Hi friends! I thought I'd do a bit of a different video to what we've done on the channel so far, because I'm actually a massive Sims nerd and we haven't got a Sims video yet. So I thought I'd have a go, see how this goes. So I thought we'd start off with a challenge that I've seen a few Simmers do on YouTube, where you build a house where each room gets bigger by one tile. So we start off with a 1x1, then a 2x2, then a 3x3, and so on. And I think I take it all the way up to an 8x8. So this is just me trying to figure out where exactly I want everything. We do end up putting the big room at the very top, which in retrospect, I think if I did this challenge again, I would not put the big room upstairs, maybe put a few more little rooms upstairs and have a big room downstairs, but whatever, you know, it is what it is. So with that little just one square room, I do just put a hallway in there because I don't know what else I would do with a 1x1 room. And then the 2x2 room we make into like a bit of a laundry room that will get decorated and whatnot as we go on. So I think I just trying to put some windows in the front just to see where I want those. Come on the side, some at the back. This house does take quite a while to kind of work out where to put things. I think because I usually build houses more so I purpose build them rather than build a house and then try and furnish them, which, you know, in the real life, that is what would happen in real life. You wouldn't, I mean, some people do purpose build houses, but, you know, and I mean, I suppose it is different in this, because I mean, you would never have, you know, massive rooms like this unless all of the rest of the house was massive. You wouldn't have like a really small room for like half of the rooms and then one big massive room. That just wouldn't work. That wouldn't be a thing. But I suppose you kind of, you know, whenever you go into a house, you kind of just sort of have to decorate it and furnish it the way that would work for that particular room. So I thought it was a good challenge to kind of get around stuff. I mean, I really do like doing I really love a shell challenge. Absolutely love doing shell challenges, because otherwise all of my houses always end up looking pretty much the same kind of house. It looks like all of my houses look like I am a building firm, and the houses all have their own little elements of like different stuff, but you can tell that the same building company has built all of these houses. That's basically what I do. So yeah, that would be a good challenge. So we started off with the study in the front of the house. Now I know a lot of British houses have if it's a big house, you usually don't get a study in like a 3-bedroom house, but if you've got a 4-bedroom house or bigger, they sometimes come with a study, and sometimes they're in the front of the house. So it's kind of like it's not so much built as a study, but a house may come with like 2 living rooms. So kind of. So a lot of people use one room as like a study. And we don't. I mean, we've got the wash machine here, but I could have put this room onto the kitchen, perhaps. That might have made more sense to have a laundry room off of the kitchen, because in the UK we tend to put our washing machine in the kitchen, or if we have a big room, a big house, we sometimes have a utility room that those kinds of things go in. So you wouldn't necessarily have a laundry room off a study, but I thought it fit. I thought it went okay. We did the same floor throughout and stuff, so it kind of blended okay. I don't know how many times I moved the front door, because I kept changing my mind where I wanted the front entrance to be, but that's just part of the fiddling around, I guess, when you do one of these challenges where you don't really know what you're doing until you kind of dive into it. So this ends up being a bathroom. I do fiddle around with it a little bit, because I initially put the bath in the middle, and then the toilet and the sink either end, or I think I moved the bath and put the laundry basket down the end, and they just look too boxy. So I end up taking out that one window on the side and putting the toilet and the sink up against that wall instead. But I kind of, again with the bathroom, I kind of always go for the same sort of look. So I have changed it up a little bit. I've gone for more like what's the word, like kind of neutral colours, but like a bit like a brownie, like a sandy, like earthy colours. That's the word I'm looking for. Earthy colours in the bathroom. Because I usually go for very sort of like bland, not bland, but like whites and like off greys. So we've gone for more of like a natural colour, which worked quite well. I quite liked it. So I just put in a little plant in, and I think we put a bath mat in as well. I think we use actually like a rug rather than a bath mat. But I think it brings the room in, because we've got the earthy colours in there as well. Well, natural colours, I guess, more in that one. But we swapped the bath around so it's not so imposing as you come through the door. And then this room here with the door, I wasn't initially going to have this as a living room, as a small living room. But then I thought, well, we're going to have a massive dining room and a massive kitchen otherwise. So what I eventually have just gone upstairs now, because I've clearly got to the point where I'm just like, I don't know what to do downstairs. Let's make a start upstairs so that I can come back to that. But yeah, so the whole of the upstairs ends up being just one big massive room, because obviously with this challenge you can't split the rooms up at all. So I just end up making it one big master bedroom. So this is quite a house for just two people in, but you know, it happens. Like, I mean, you know, there's people who have like, you know, luxury houses and there's only one person that lives there, and there's like a 1-bedroom flat and it's like worth like £1 million or whatever. So, you know, it isn't too far-fetched really. I think if you had like, you know, a mansion maybe like twice the size of this house and then a 1 bed, it would be a bit over the top. So I eventually just turned this room into like quite a large hallway. Put the little seating area with a not that I think you would sit in a hallway, but like when I think of people who have big hallways, they do have to try and like, you still gotta fill them up somehow. You can't just sort of just have all this empty space. Because my grandparents actually have quite a large hallway where they've got like two different cabinets in there. They've got a bookshelf. They've got lots of different things in there. They haven't got seats though, but they have got lots of cabinets. But that's because they had lots of cabinets from the other house, and then they downsized, and then they didn't know where to put them, so they put them in the hall because the hall was massive. So, but we put a little cubby in there for like coats and shoes and all that sort of stuff, which would make sense in a hallway. And I love, so this wallpaper, I absolutely adore this wallpaper. I want this wallpaper in real life. I don't think my husband would really like this wallpaper. My husband, he's very, so this is the problem I have in my own house, okay? I like quite, I wouldn't say old-fashioned, but quite classic looking furniture. Like this sort of, like that hallway, I would love a house like that. I love like the you know, the hardwood floors, or like even like in old Victorian houses, and they have like the original tiles on the floor and the original fireplaces. I absolutely adore that. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Whereas my husband, he is more so, he frequently tells me that, you know, if he ever makes a lot of money, or if we ever win the lottery, or he wants a house like Tony Stark. White, clean lines, no clutter, all that kind of stuff. So at that point, would, you know, if he's got enough to buy a house like Tony Stark, I think at that point he will have enough money to buy me my own house, so I can have all of the original Victorian style fireplaces and the hardwood floors. So I think, you know, it's a good way to do it. I mean, you know, Tim Burton and Helena Bonham Carter lived in separate houses. I mean, they're divorced now, but I'm not planning to get divorced, you know, so maybe we'll stay in the same house, perhaps. That's probably a good idea. So this is the kitchen, as you can see. The curtains, I'm even watching this back now, and when I put them in, I wasn't 100% certain about how I did the curtains, but I wanted some sort of window dressing because the rest of the house had window dressing. I thought it'd be a bit strange to have the whole house to have window dressing, and then the kitchen doesn't have window dressing. So that's why those are there. I mean, you know, you could fiddle around, and I suppose, you know, with different, like, I haven't got all of the packs, so I suppose depending on what packs you have, you can kind of like, maybe there's better curtains to go for something like that wide. It'd be awesome if you could kind of like make the curtains wider in like some sort of slider. That would be great. Sims team, can we have that, please? Thank you very much. Probably not. We'll probably have to wait till Sims 47 for that. And by that point, I'll probably not be alive. But, you know, who knows? Maybe my great-grandchildren will get to play The Sims 47 with sliders for curtains. Who knows? Who knows? So this room took me an absolute age to get right. Because it was hard to get it so that it wasn't, like, again, with the bathroom, that was really boxy. It was hard to get this not looking boxy and not looking like too like, here is the dining room, here is the living room, and then you had like a lot of like space, like unused space as well. So I do a lot of fiddling around as well. I think I do end up putting windows where the TV is, not right there, but along that wall I do put some windows in, just to break up the wall a little bit, because there was too much wall for my liking. So we did take that out there. So we've gone for very like neutral colours in here. We've gone for whites and like natural earthy colours again for the rug and stuff. I find it very difficult. I seem to, like I said, I think everyone does the same though. I think even like the big simmers, and they kind of, they have a build style and a decoration style, and that is what they stick to. It's kind of like this safety blanket. But sometimes I do step out of my comfort zone and sort of play around with stuff. But I think as well, it depends on like the kind of, one, I think it depends on your own personal taste on how you decorate the houses in The Sims. And two, I think it also depends on the kind of environment you grew up in as well. So like, I find that a lot of the builds I do, or at least the decorations, are kind of like what my house was like as a kid. You know, very sort of like earthy tones and natural kind of colours and stuff. Like, I think if you grow up in a house that has like, you know, amazing like a bright yellow wall or a bright pink wall or stuff, I think you're more inclined to put that in your house, because you know how to make it work, you know how to make it look nice. Whereas if I did that sort of colour scheme in one of my builds, I had absolutely no idea how to do it. Like, I wouldn't know. Like, I've only now started recently building more like modern-ish houses where, you know, you've got the really big windows and you know, the high ceilings and the really sort of like simplistic furniture. But because I didn't grow up in a house like that, like, I find it strange. Like, I still find it very difficult to figure out where to put furniture, because it's like, well, I don't want to put it right in front of the window, because then you're blocking the window. But where do I put the furniture? So I think for like that sort of style of house, like where it's just all glass walls, you've kind of got to have like a lot of like open space, because you need a lot of room to put the furniture, because you can't have it up against the wall, otherwise it doesn't look right. So like you say, I took flipping ages to get this the way I wanted it. I think I end up just wallpapering the entire thing the same colour. Again, like I said, like, it's very much it's a bit posher than what I had growing up, but it's the same sort of, the vibe is the same, I guess. But yeah, I mean, we have a 3-seater sofa, a two seats, and we have 2 people living here. But, you know, maybe they like having movie parties or something. You know, we got a nice dining table. That's what I'm going for. They like their movies. There should be movie buffs to live in here. I mean, I would have a bigger TV mind if I was a movie buff, because, you know, I don't even watch that much TV. I mean, TVs are cheap now, aren't they? Like, how cheap are TVs? I'm going off on a tangent now. I always go off on a tangent. I don't think I hardly ever talk about the builds that I'm actually, you know. This is what it's like when I'm streaming, guys. Guys, if you come over to my Twitch and watch my streams, honest to goodness, like, most of the time I'm not even talking sense. It's just this. for like 5 hours. Honestly, I don't know I don't know. But people seem to enjoy it, so, you know, it's all good. But, yeah, if you want to come over to Twitch, there is a link down below in my, what's it called? The description. That's the one. In the description. In the description. So, we're just doing the bedroom now. I did want to do, well, I make a bit of a balcony. I had a bit of a hard time with the roof. I just couldn't. I didn't like it that the fence disappeared when you put the roof there, but I didn't want the balcony like the whole stretch of the house. Right, I get it. Oh, excuse me, I had a hiccup. I do get it fixed eventually. I do get it fixed. That's my peppermint tea. I'm so sorry. I just chugged it before I started recording this voiceover, and it's oof. So yeah, just trying to sort out the balcony. I was gonna put a bathroom in there, like just like a freestanding bath, because I suppose like I went to a hotel once. It was a very posh hotel. We had it for very cheap. I think it was a new hotel. They were trying to like publicize, not publicize, like what's the word? Trying to get people in, and they charged like it was an absolute steal. And this room was absolutely gorgeous. It's the nicest hotel I've ever stayed in. We had like, I don't think it was even a king-size bed. It was massive. It was bigger than a king-size bed. Like, I was in the bed. My husband was in the bed next to me. And we could both starfish in this bed. And we wouldn't touch each other. And, like, we are both, like, like, I'm 5'7". He's, like, over 6 foot. So it's not like we're small people. We've got long arms. And it's just like, are you in the bed? I don't know. It was, but anyway, yeah. The room we were in, it had a bath in the room, which was very posh, very, very posh, but it's very awkward as well. Well, not awkward for me because I was there with my husband, but there were some people there who were there with there was like mother and daughter and stuff, and I was like, well, that's not awkward at all. Although the shower was more, we did have a shower as well, and that was more closed off. But yeah, like, okay. But anyway, yeah, so back to this build. I fiddled around with this corner for quite a while because yeah, I couldn't work out what I wanted there, and I just didn't. I just one feeling there, just one feeling the vibe. I do end up putting a bit of a vanity sort of light there with a table, not a table, like a chest of drawers and stuff over there. I do change that chair. Yes, take that chair out. Put that one. There we go. Put that one in. That was better. That works better with the color scheme we have. That blue is too dark for this room. I just take that bookshelf out and put a thingy there, and then we just put a whatchamacallit? What's it called? Tables and chairs outside, just as a little balcony for them to sit on and stuff. I don't know. I should have put that you could do like you can put like the move objects on thingy to make it more cluttered and move stuff in and out and stuff, but you know what, you get the general idea. You can do that if you want to do it. I think I've actually uploaded this to the gallery. If I haven't, I will do it like right now. Well, not right now, I can't do it right now because I'm doing the voiceover, but after I finish the voiceover, I will load up the Sims and make sure this is on the gallery. So it's on the gallery. By the time you've seen this, it's on the gallery, okay? If you'd like to download this to play, my username is VampVanchaMarch. I will put that name in the description as well, just in case you forget or you don't know the spelling. I'm not going to spell it out for you. You just have a look in the description. It'll be there. It'll be there. So, if you so my name is VampVanchaMarch on here, and it was my username for a long time on lots of different things, because it's actually one of my favorite characters from books I read when I was a teenager, vampire books, because I was a sad little emo child, and vampires was like the best thing ever. They still are. So yeah, just doing some decorating out on the outside. Put some nice flooring down for the little what's it called? A balcony. There we go. And then just some lighting. I think we do a bit of a short, not a short. We gotta put some. Okay, we're putting the path out, and then after this, there is a bit of a tour through the house. I've done some, I hope it works. I think it does work with the editing. And we just have a little bit of a tour around. We put in some trees and some plants and put some dirt underneath to make it look like they're actually planted there, and you know, I haven't just plonked them there just willy-nilly and whatnot. So yes, just those on in there, and then into the tour perhaps. Yes, here it is. So this is the hall. So beautiful, so great. And then we go into the kitchen from here. Would you like an orange? Because there's an orange, there's some grapes, whatever you like. And then we've got, oh, the tree is clipping through that window there. That's fine. No worries about that. Sometimes trees grow into the house. Why not? You know, it's all good. And then we got the study, the nice little study. It's quite a big study, actually. And then into here, in the little hallway with the little laundry room. And then back out here to the hallway. And then we've got the bathroom just in here. If I decided, yeah, there you go. Well done. You did remember the layout of the house. Well done, me. You've only just built this. You should know. And then on to the upstairs. Right, there we go. There it is. I did a nice little cut there. That was so great. And this is the bedroom with some nice little things. Nice little plant in the corner. Lovely bed. And yeah, I think we're coming to the end. We're just going out to the balcony now. So thank you very much. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like. Please remember to subscribe, and I will see you very soon.